Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we are back in Duet Night Abyss because I wanted to showcase my mid-game build for Lisbell, because I have been grinding for a while. And for a while I mean 172 hours, which is quite a lot, and I'm not yet level 60, but I'm getting there. I should be able to reach that next week, hopefully. But yeah. We are here today to showcase this build, which is what I will probably moving towards while upgrading here, because I don't have all the gold wedges yet. But, I mean, this is what I'm starting with, and it is mostly focused on having a lot of duration, because we are using Helios's Gleam and Glimmer. And the way this wedge works is it will convert your duration into more attack for your Lumino character. And right now it's not giving me the maximum amount yet, but it will when I get more duration. The other wedges just give me more attack and skill duration, just more attack in general. And I also got this one, which grants more lumin attack, skill damage and skill duration. This one, which increases damage per enemy within 20 meters, up to 24%. And this one grants us more morale, more attack, HP, defense, which is very, very useful. And it's probably the most important wedge to have on your character. And the last one right now, I just have more attack, but it would be better to have more duration. I just don't really have anything that's worth using over this. And actually, I forgot to change a cutoff for another one, which is arguably better, which is, if I can find it, called Vigilant. There we go. Because this one will make it so we have a 50% chance to reduce our damage taken by 20%. It is not incredibly important, but it does help in higher level missions. Now, for the weapons you want to use on Lisbell, there are currently, let's say, 2 you want to use, and those are the Pyrothirst, which grants you more skill duration as your melee weapon. And I recommend using this one, but any melee with skill duration will work. I just wanted this one because it does look cool on her. And you also want a primary weapon with more skill duration, and I went for the Screamshot for additional duration, which is quite nice. The builds on these weapons doesn't really matter, you can go for whatever you have. You are probably never gonna use them because we want to only focus on her consonance weapon, Samael. And this is what I currently have on Samael. It's just crit chance, crit damage, more smash attack, and more attack speed. Attack speed being the most important wedge to have, because it will increase your damage tremendously. My skills are only level 8 because that's what I can upgrade them to right now, because once again, no level 60. And yeah, let's see what damage we can expect. Alright, so let's summon some level 70 enemies. That should be more than enough to showcase what the damage of this character can achieve. And, well, this character has not that much uniqueness going on. Hold on, let me just deactivate my burst. And so basically you have your skill, which will deal lumino damage to enemies in the path. It also displaces them all over the place. And, I mean, the damage is nothing too crazy, but you mostly use it for, like, relocating while fighting, so you don't lose damage, which is not bad. I mean, it's a thing you have. But most importantly, if you do manage to get her intro number 1, whenever you use that skill you gain 35% more attack, which is a lot of attack. Intron 2, that allows you to build combo a lot faster, and honestly, she needs that, because otherwise you have to build for more sanity. I recommend trying to get Intron level 2. It's not that hard right now, because from Maze you can get her letters and also some of her fragments, which is nice. You can build her for free pretty much, which is, again, pretty cool. Her Intron 3 just levels up her skill and her passive, and her 4th Intron gives her even more combo increase, but this one is kind of whatever. It's literally just whatever. Like, it's nice to have, but it's not defining your gameplay at all. It's just a little bit more combo. Intro number 5, once again, more level up to your skills, and intro number 6 grants you an additional 30% lumino damage when you deal damage with Samael's charge attack, or with her burst in general. So whenever you deal damage with her burst, you will gain this buff that lasts for 15 seconds, and it's a pretty okay buff. Her Introns are, quite frankly, not that interesting, I will say. Like, she gains some more damage, but it's not that crazy. That's because she already deals quite a lot of damage. So let's summon some of these guys, because they look tanky, at least. So we want to use her skill just to deal damage and relocate usually, but most importantly, Summon. That's word that gets longer the higher your combo count, and yeah, this thing becomes big, like quite big, quite long, and deals a lot of damage. It actually deals some significant damage. I have been able to stay up to level 80 in a mission, and I was still able to kill the Primanders, so yeah, it's a quite a powerful skill. And now at S rank, the range of this weapon is maxed, and it's massive. But most importantly, we now have access to her special charge attack, which is this one, that deals some funny numbers, and I love funny numbers. And the way this charge attack works is that you can either like just hold it for a little bit and cast it, which is, in my opinion, not recommended, or you can hold it down, and this will drain a lot of sanity. So I do recommend building some combo first and then holding down your button, and then she will deal a somewhat different charge attack that like lets her jump a little bit in the air, and it deals more damage. It's also annoying because whenever she does that, sometimes she misses enemies in front of her, which is yeah, it's just very annoying. But other than that, she can deal with some very high level enemies, and her damage is insane. And if you also bring some teammates or like some characters that give you buffs, her damage will increase tremendously. Okay, that's enough of the showcase. Now let's move on to the teammates. And for teammates, we now only have one real choice, which is Lady Nifl, because of her passive that grants more Lumino damage to allies, and I mean that's pretty much the only card you can bring right now that grants more damage to Lisbell. But in the future we'll also have Fina. If you don't want to go for Fina, you can use your protagonist, because your protagonist will grant more weapon damage to allies, and this applies to Consonant's weapons. She's also a very big yapper. But yeah, that's pretty much what I use for my team actually. If I go here, there we go. We have the child team, and this is the one I'm using. You can use any of the Geniemons you want. Of course, the one from the Battle Pass being the best right now, which grants you more Lumina attack and damage and everything else. It's, of course, the best one to have. If you don't have this one, you can go for the little Bulby, and this is gonna be fine. It is good enough. You can easily increase the level of this one, not like the one from Battle Pass, which you have to spend money for 3 bounds in a row, 4 bounds in a row, something like that, to max it out, which is a bit extreme in my opinion, but you get the point. And you can of course just use your shiny Broboxy or Miraculous Broboxy or whatever Broboxy you have, because they're all the same and they're all perfect. And yeah, that is pretty much the build. Right now in the like endgame content of the game, she's a bit whatever, because you can't really use her in theater, which is the most important gameplay right now, like the most important thing you can play. And the only character you can bring in here is gonna be Lyn, because of how it works, because it gives you more pyro and animal damage and reduces everything else by 50%, so she will deal pretty much no damage, and that is awful. But in the future we'll get some theater with probably Lumina damage bonuses, so she will become quite strong in there. As for Maids, she is perfect there. She can kill everything in the map in seconds, and she can deal with bosses like it's nothing. I've actually been playing with her in Maze since the start. I've been able to clear level 70 quite easily. This is not what I was using. I was actually just using the child preset, and yeah, I'm quite excited with her kit. I'm a bit less impressed by her Introns, which could be better, but yeah, she is a pretty good character. And yeah, this is gonna be pretty much it for the video. If you enjoyed this build video, leave a like, and if you like my content, consider subscribing. If you have any tips, any suggestions, or anything you wanna say, just type in the comments, I'll be sure to read all of them. Thank you so much for watching, I wish you a beautiful rest of the day, and